It's time for This Week in Review. And this week, we start things off a little differently with a musical number from our good friend Glenn Ramadan Singh.
And the trust we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, make a better, just you and me. Suppose that's a very beautiful way to start.
Thanks a lot, Glenn.
It sounded like 2 3-year-olds who've got flu trying to sing.
I think we can all agree that from now on, Glenn will now just be known as Glenn Ramadan. Let's try to get to the more positive side of this UNC camp now. And joining us live in studio is none other than the Silver Fox, Basdeo Pandey.
Hello everyone. I hope you're all safe at home and taking care of yourselves. And whilst we stay at home, I want to ask,
It seems Kamla Prasad Bisesa can't help but butt in everywhere these days. But now is not a time to criticize. In the words of Kamla herself, let's all remember our nation's watchwords. Together we aspire. Together we achieve. So there's been a nationwide shutdown of essential services, but there seems to be no national lockdown in Bethel, Tobago.
In Bethel, there's no lockdown. No lockdown. Fuck the police.
Celebrations didn't last very long at all though.
Yeah, we living like the narcos. Cause we're real Melanjos. Every hot gal on one.
Wish to apologize to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service for my unruly and obscene conduct.
I apologize to the Trinidad and Tobago Police and the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago for my unruly conduct and obscene language.
So since we've gotten ourselves into this COVID-19 situation, many critics have been saying that we should have cancelled Carnival. Dr. Parasram has something to say about this.
If we had transmission of this virus during the Carnival season, we would have had tens of thousands of cases of coronavirus in Trinidad and Tobago to date. So I don't think prior to getting our first case on the 12th of March, there would have been any cases in Trinidad and Tobago.
In other words, earlier this week, we had one suspected COVID-19 patient who escaped from quarantine. Now, even though he tested negative for COVID-19, the police was still looking for him for some reason. Who could blame this person for running away from quarantine when our patients at Cuba Hospital are being treated so badly, with cold temperatures and being fed food that most of us wouldn't be able to even get on a cruise? Our patients have been complaining. With most of our bandits and criminals staying inside, the police seem to have nothing to do. So we had a band of police officers harassing one homeless gentleman.
All, I say go down the road. Yeah, 5, right, come. What? Nah!
As it turns out, they were just making him do what all of us have been doing anyways, drinking alcohol and exercising. Now, we're going to have a word from Gary Griffith as he tells us his plan for the TTPS through this COVID-19 crisis.
Welcome and thank you for being here this afternoon. I thought it appropriate for us to have this conference and to invite the media, as it being 1 year.
Excuse me. What's going on across there? Can we focus, please?
Are we ready to? Can we continue?
Seeing a nation in despair over not being able to have their favorite delicacy, Wendy Rahamat went ahead and showed us how to make doubles at home. After all these years of being a chef, if this is what Wendy is creating, we're wondering who's been gassing her up. But then it occurs to me that she is a Rahamat. Wendy's doubles, however, has done more harm than good. You see, now everybody thinks they're a doubles man and is making their homemade doubles and posting it to social media. Just make your doubles and hush your mouth. So that brings us to the end of this week in review, but before we go, we leave you all with another musical number.
Gold pirates, yes they rob I, sold I to the merchant ship. Minutes after they take I, safe from the bottomless pit.
Gone from here now, boy!
In other words, go from here, boy!